Hello everybody, Althemir here with another video, and today we are going to be getting into the Studio Director's Letter, ESO's 2023 Retrospective and the Future. So let's dive right into it. So this letter is written typically at the end of every year, if you don't know, by the Studio Director, Matt Faror, and they've been doing this for a while now, and let's just break it down. All right, he says in 2023, our number one priority besides shipping Necrom and Infinite Archive, because they can't call it Endless Archive anymore because of another game has something called the Endless Dungeon and it's a little too close. Which I was when Endless Archive first came out, I was really surprised to get away with that, but apparently not. Was to make the service more stable. The hardware refresh of all game servers finished in 2023, and even though we have more non player facing hardware swaps to go, we are reaping the benefit of more modern and powerful servers powering ESO's infrastructure. We also have refined our processes to ensure the updates launch with fewer issues, and for greater majority of situations where you achieve that, we did not have we did not have longer downtimes than usual. A few times. Oh, we did have. I'm an idiot. We did have longer downtimes than usual a few times. And places they're pretty happy with everything, including the Epic Games Store launch in July, where they had their highest monthly active user number since 2015. Now for this paragraph, I'd say, okay, definitely true. The hardware refresh and all that kind of stuff, but there's so many things that I have to question there. One of it being like, yeah, the hardware refresh finally finished. Yay. But what's going on with the PvP re-architecture? That was announced in 2022. Now, I realize this was a big project, that it was going to take a few years, maybe, but we haven't heard anything. And then a lot of people are saying, well, that's the multi-threading. Okay, when did it switch? When did it change names? Is it the re-architecture or is it the multi-threading? Or is it the hardware refresh? Because I thought there was something also with software in there, which was affecting PvP. Where's the update on that? Like, I don't know. It just seems like, okay, from the PvE side of things, yeah, I mean, things are more stable, things are pretty good, but PvE's never really had the same problems. PvP is the one with the problems, and it doesn't really seem that 2023 got any closer to solving that. The re-architecture, I guess, is still going on, or the multi-threading. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me. Like, because I've been trying to look this up. The 2022 article on the forums or forum post that Matt Farrar wrote back in, well, yeah, 2022. It got removed. It's not pinned anymore, so you have to actually search for it to find it. And then he doesn't really say anything else about it until like 2023 when they talk about multi-threading and it affecting PvP servers. And I'm like, all right, is when you're talking about multi-threading, is that the re-architecture? Like what? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, this is great, but you still have a lot of PvP issues. And I'll give them credit. I do think they are working on it, and I do think they care about it. I do. I mean, I legitimately do. You can hate me for that all you want. I don't really care. I really do think they actually care about it because the person who's the creative director, um, Rich Lambert, he does seem to actually play the game. And I think when they think of ideas, they get just as excited as us gamers. Because for those who don't know, when they introduced Ball and Drone and they moved Alessia Bridge, made bridges destructible, made um, mile gates destructible, that was something small to them. That was only a small improvement. They had so many other things lined up for PvP, ideas they wanted to try out, and plans they had. They had two other weapons planned for PvP, if you don't know. And someone had said that they had even had there was rumors that they had some map changes planned and stuff too, and they had to drop all that. So I don't know where's all that in here. You know, this is anyway. Necrom was the highest rated chapter. I do agree. since Somerset and shows our commitment to amazing storytelling. I'm especially happy with how the Apocrypha Zone turned out. Adding to the Elder Scrolls lore on Daedric realms is something that we take great pride in, and I think we nailed the combination of obsession with knowledge and creepy visuals. Not so much creepy visuals, but they did. I think that they did do Apocrypha really well, and they did do the story. And the story for Necrom is really it was absolutely amazing. And for the first time in a few years, the story will continue in 2024, as the 23 story no spoilers ended with a cliffhanger. Now, I'm actually really excited to see where the story of Necrom goes. I'm excited to see how it ends. I'm excited, like it's the first story I'm actually excited about probably since Elsewhere. I really liked Elsewhere, and I do agree that the storytelling for Necrom is done really well. The cliffhanger and the spoiler bomb that the lore bomb that they dropped on all of us was awesome. Maybe a little bit of a spoiler in how it ends, considering how we know things go in Elder Scrolls. But overall, I'm still excited to see where it goes. And I am excited about next year. Although with things that have been data mined, I'm not too excited about the place we're going. But I love to see where the story goes. Okay, and wrapping up 2023, we launch Infinite Archive, adding a challenging, repeatable game mode to ESO. Notice how they changed. Um, they changed. He changed what it was aimed towards. It's kind of funny, right? This is the type of content that we want to do more of in the future. Really fun, challenging experience with great rewards that players can enjoy for a long time. ESO is always great storytelling, so we won't abandon story quests and content, but we will balance it with more systems like dungeons, trials, and special new content like Game Archive. Now, I do think that's a really great idea. Like, I do think that there needs to be a little bit more balancing in the game in terms of in terms of harder content and easier content. You know, I do think that there's room. I mean, people who enjoy harder content, I'm not one of them, but there are people out there who do. They need something to chew on other than dungeons and trials, and arenas. And I think that something like Endless Archive, or Infinite Archive, which they're now admitting, or at least Matt's admitting here, that it is a challenge. It was made more of a challenge, and I hope going into 2024 that we kind of gain back. And this is just a suggestion that I know that Zos will never read because, not many people watch my videos. But instead of giving the players who were looking for a challenging content, instead of giving them world events, you give world events back to the regular player, right? And world events can be challenging. Sure, you can solo a dragon, but I mean, really, realistically, you probably should bring a lot of people, right? Um, but I think Bash and Mix didn't really work out. My opinion, but I don't think they really worked out very well. And I don't think they'll hold up in the future, in terms of doing those world events. So I think you need to bring those back to us and give us a new event. We have world bosses, we have world events, we have public dungeons, we have delves. I think you need to add a world of some sort of new challenging event for players looking for a challenge, and it's wrapped around the story of the chapter. I think that's what you need to do. Instead of taking something from a player base, you keep that with the regular player base, but add a new thing to and then yeah, if you want quarter 4 to be more for challenge people. Oh God, I'm an idiot. For people looking for a challenge, or people looking for harder content, even though I won't do it, I'm all for it. I really am, because I think they need stuff to eat too. They need stuff to chew on and enjoy and have fun with too. All right, looking forward to 2024. I'm gonna start highlighting these paragraphs because why not? Looking forward to 2024. The obvious first thing to note is that April 4th, 2024 is ESO's 10-year anniversary, marking a decade since we launched on PC Mac. Reaching this milestone with the game in such great shape will be an amazing achievement, and we will celebrate with both in-game events and real-life events. You already know about the first two, our 10-year anniversary community event in Amsterdam in April, and a 10-year anniversary themed ESO Tavern in Germany from July 13th and July 14th. Stay tuned for more information. So I think that this is a really great idea. The one thing that I was worried about, is that they weren't going to take the 10-year very seriously. It was going to be something that they would just sit down and be like, hey, they would do an article like this and be like, hey, 10 years, yay. And then it would just be the same crap that we got in terms of format and content, right? Dungeon, chapter, and then bug fixes and then system. There wouldn't be any new or overarching like celebration. It would just be, yay, 10 years. Okay, back to what we were doing. I was really afraid that they were going to do that. It doesn't seem like they are, so that's cool. I'm excited. I won't be in Amsterdam. If you are going to be in Amsterdam, I am jealous, and that's awesome. And pretty, pretty sure if you can be there. I'm in America, so I cannot be there. I'll get my chance apparently in 2025. So I'm gonna try to be there, but we'll see. I don't know. All right. Also, I remind you that April 4th, 2024 is the 10th year anniversary of the PC launch, but many of you didn't join the community until June 2015 at ESO's massive console launch, or one Tamriel. I believe that's also what happened there. As such, we are considering the entirety of April 2024 through July 2025 is our 10-year anniversary period, and we will fit as much as we can with special rewards, retrospective, and lots of other fun stuff to celebrate you, our community, and the ESO dev team. We can't wait to share. Now, I'm really excited about this. I am, because I was part of beta. I was part of the what I call the original launch, and I was part of one Tamriel, and I was there, and it was just fun, and I like that they're celebrating it. I can't wait to see what kind of special events they have. I wonder if they're gonna do something similar to what they do for Battlegrounds sometimes, where it's like Battlegrounds, it's like Deathmatch Weekend. Imagine if they do other stuff like, but more PVE related. That'd be kind of cool. So I'm excited to see what they do for special events. I can't wait for July 2025 or 2025 when they do something in America to celebrate. I can't wait for that. Okay. And praise Elder Scrolls Online for making it this long. Because, I mean, to be truly honest, it probably wasn't going to. Its original, how they had the original game, I think was pretty bad. How they were aiming it towards force group content, all that kind of stuff. That game would have never have lasted, and one Tamriel saved it. All right, next year we'll kick off with a global reveal show in January, which seemed now. I'll read the rest of it and I'll save this for later. And we are excited to continue the story from last year, but in a different part of Tamriel. It's going to be great. And we have some new systems that I think everyone will want to hear about. I'm not going to spoil it now, but you should definitely look out for the global reveal announcement and mark your calendars. So I realized that they're going to be in Amsterdam. They're going to be touring. I don't know which video I'm going to be putting out first, but they're going to be basically touring the world in 2024. So I realized that they're not going to have, from the sounds of it, they're not going to have their global reveal show that they did. Like, I think last year was Las Vegas. They're not going to, it's probably going to go back to what they did in the pandemic, which is like a reveal show, but in like a studio, which I think is fine, considering how much they're traveling and considering they're still going to be traveling in 2025 too. Okay. Like, I get it. You know, it's a 10th year, it's exciting, but there's only so much money to go around, right? So I can't wait for the global reveal show. I can't wait to see what you're going to do. If it is what um was data mined, I'm both excited and not excited at the same time. Um all right, I'll just put this all together. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to talk about all of us in the ESO community. Now that we are a year or so past the pandemic, it's good to It's good to take stock of where we are and where we want to go. ESO is in a great place, enjoyed by millions. In fact, almost 2 million of you joined ESO last year, not counting the players enjoying the game for free from the Epic Game stores. We have been massively successful for many years now, which is true. I mean, as much as we like to hate on ESO, they have been successful. And we are very thankful for all of you who have helped make this happen. As we approach the 10th year anniversary of this amazing experience, I would like everyone to acknowledge the path we've been on. Okay. And appreciate the hard work we've all done, blah, 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 whatever. Um, you know, I think this is a great letter. I mean, there are a few things that I'm just like, no, like this one was weird. It's like, okay, no, I mean, sure you upgrade and wonderful, but PvP is still suffering, so no. But overall, I think in the past 10 years they've come a long way and they've done some great things. And um, no, this was a good letter. I hope that they do more collaborations like they did with this, like the Epic Games and stuff like that. I think that's healthy, and I think that wouldn't be such a bad idea, you know. But anyway, what do you guys think of the letter? You know, it excites me about the future, you know, but at the same time, there's definitely things that they could take from 2023 and learn on, like communication. They're starting to get better with it. It needs to keep up, and I think the easiest way to do that is to bulletin board a few topics, you know. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next video.